Okay, so let's get right to this. Goosebumps tier ranking list. So this goes from classic, great, good, just okay, terrible. And they don't have titles, so I'm going to have to guess the titles of what they are. This is not going to be a very professional video. Let's see. Okay, well, let's start with the ones I do know because I'm blind and I can barely see. That's Bad Hair, something Bad Hair Day with a magician. Night in Terror Tower. I'm a chicken. The story of me being a chicken, whatever. One Day at Horrorland. That was great. One of my favorite ones growing up. Attack of the Garden Gnomes. Uh, eh. Barking Ghost was good. I guess that's the blob that ate everybody or something like that. Have not read it. I guess I go with the ones that I don't know. I've read a few, but I guess I admit I haven't read all of them, which is not good on my part. But it is what it is. It's probably be on my to be read list. Go back and revisit my childhood and read all these books. So here's going to be a very bad recollection of all these books and their titles. So the Blob, something, I don't know, magicians, whatever. Bad hamster kills everybody. A ghost on a beach, Ghost Beach. Say cheese and die. Say cheese and die 2, or one of the other. Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns. By the way, I did read these and I like them. Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns as well. Phantom of the Opera was good. Some blobs from the bathroom. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp, I like that one. Swamp creatures. Let's Get Invisible. Calling All Mutants or Calling All Creeps. The Haunted Mask, one of my favorites of all time. The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. The Killer Snowman of whatever, Jack Snow something. Shocker on Shock Street. Night of the Living Mummy, or the Mummy, something with a mummy. It Came from Beneath the Sink. Stay Out of the Basement is one of my favorites of all time. Even the TV show, the Goosebumps show, I used to love these episodes as well. The Haunted Mask was actually the first TV episode of Goosebumps that they ever aired. That was a good one. I really liked it because the story about a girl and a mask and just everything that represents, just I can go in depth about that if I could remember what it was about, but it was a good book. Piano Lessons Can Be Murdered, The Haunted Mask 2, My Big Adventure, or I Got Big Feet, one of the two. Attack of the Mutant, Something in the Kitchen, How I Got My Shrunken Head, The Headless Ghost, The Horror at Jelly Jam with his big teeth that are white. Are you mind about that? White. Maybe not as big, even though they are big. The Girl Who Cried Monster, I love that book as well. The Haunted School, something with ghosts. I don't know, the Goof Troop in ghost form. Something That's Under My Bed. Some Viking. Dirty Laundry. I can barely even see that. How are we supposed to rank these? I can't even see them. The Ghost of Horror of Camp Crystal Lake or something, but I do like that image. Where is it? I'm Flying, or I'm a Bird. My Flying Adventure. Something in the Closet. My Hairiest Adventure. Night of the Living Dummy. I love that one. The Blob again. Some Hatchlings. The Cuckoo Clock of Doom. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. Night of the Living Dummy. Any of those are good, but the original one is just the best. Go Eat Worms. Vampire Breath. The Mummy's Tomb. Monster Blood. Deep Trouble 2, or one of the other. Night of the Living Dummy as well. I believe that's 2 and that's 3. The Mutant That's on a Stick. Welcome to Dead House. The Ghost Next Door. Something Nightmare Camping. So don't go camping because there's nightmares out there. Or there'd be ghosts, werewolves, monsters, whatever. Jason. Don't do it. B, I'm a Bee, To Be or Not to Be, one of those two. And I'm pretty sure there was more books, but I guess these were the classics. So needless to say, you can see that I have to go back and read a lot. Although I did read A Night in Terror Tower and Attack of the Mutant as well, but I guess I'll put they were just okay. So not my favorites. No, get rid of this chicken girl. That is a horrible ranking. This is a very horrible video. But these top 4 were my favorites, favorite Goosebumps of all time. Just I just love the characters and I just love the stories. But a girl, in my view, this is my own personal view. I've seen it. A girl facing her demons, and the whole thing about we all wear masks, metaphorically speaking. If you catch that reference, you're probably around my age or you've just been watching a lot of movies. Stay Out of the Basement, I just love it because a girl and her father kind of thing, and I just like the characters. It just appeals to some part of me for that. The Girl Who Cried Monster, I like the story as well, just because, again, just I like the characters. Night of the Living Dummy, I like that because, I mean, that's like the classic all-time, mascot for Goosebumps. And a classic horror villain. So I like it. And then these, I like them just because the creepy ambience they have. Horrorland, I like that concept. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp, I love that title, the image. The Horror Camp Jelly Jam, again, I love the title, the imagery. Night of the Living Dummy, because the characters, again, these ones are good just because the ideas, the concepts, just overall, they're all good. I love them. I don't know if I want to put anything that's terrible, but things that kind of like my least, the things that appeal to me least. Honestly, I don't really care about the bees. Not really sure what this guy on a stick is. I don't know what this thing with chicken is. More flying, which I like flying, but I don't get that. I guess I should probably go look at the synopsis. Not sure what that's going on with. Not sure what that's about. If I want to just go see Honey, we blew up the kids, or we shrunk ourselves. I mean, and I still read them. I mean, they're all good. It's just don't really care for them. So anyway, that's a horrible ranking of Goosebumps. And let me see what the other people say in the community. One other person. Dead House, Instant Victory. Oh, they title these Might Win. So they got Horrorland. Yep, good taste. Sage Cheese and Haunted Mask. Yep, came from these. Yeah. Cool. I swear this is so microscopic. I can barely see it. But anyway, so what I like about Stephen King is his stuff is so simple. It was one of the few book series growing up that got me into reading when I was young. I mean, obviously, when I was little, I didn't really. I had issues reading. I read, but not because I wanted to. I used to read picture books, and then obviously we started going to chapter books, bigger books. The series that really got me to start reading, like I said in my booktube newbie tag, obviously Hank the Cowdog, because it was the first book series that actually made me laugh out loud, and I fell in love with the characters. The story was just easy to follow. It was entertaining. It was interesting. It was nothing over the top for me. Goosebumps, because I loved the whole idea of horror, and this just appealed to me at an early age, and it was an easy read, and it was entertaining. I could just get into it without having to overthink anything. It wasn't hard for me to read, straight to the point, entertaining. That's what I wanted. To this day, in some aspects, I just wanted to escape sometimes, just entertainment, just something short, simple, to the point, to just entertain me and take me on an adventure and an escape. Now, granted, sometimes these ideas can get really goofy depending on what you write, but overall, my biggest criticism when it comes to anything I read, watch, or whatever, just engage in, does it entertain me? Does it, basically does it entertain me, number one. If it does, then it did its job. It could be a goofy story. It could be cheesy. It could be whatever. Those are called guilty pleasures. But if you love it, it's entertaining, then it did its job. If it teaches me something new, inspires me, makes me think about the world, those kind of hurt my head a little bit, but that will do too, because I love to learn, either be entertained, learn something, or get a little escape, or just distraction from everyday life. But anyway, so these were a good primer to Stephen King later on, which I'm sure many of us have been through that. The primer, as R.L. Stan called it, the training bra for Stephen King books. His words, not mine. But anyway, and he wrote, I think, over 300 books, if not more already, and I love his masterclass, which is the greatest thing, because when it comes to writing, I always get tripped up with the whole concept of theme and trying to make something that has meaning to it, and that's when I learned, just write what you want to write and just have fun, and sooner or later, if you're authentic in it and you enjoy writing it, people will enjoy reading it. Like he said, I've written like 300 books or something, over 300 books, and not one of them came from my heart. They just come from basic ideas, just pop out of nowhere. He sees a catchy slogan or thinks of a title or something, and he just starts expanding on it. And going over to the Stephen King, it's just like you just have a little seed of an idea, and you just expand on it. You grow it, you develop it, and sooner or later you have an idea. But sometimes you just got to find those little bitty seeds and just explore them. Don't expect it all to be at once. Just do the exploring, tell yourself the story first, and if it's there, keep going with it, and eventually you can revise it later. But you gotta start somewhere and just come up with ideas. Don't overthink it. Just have fun. What comes to mind, go for it. And if it stinks, throw it out and try over again. But just do something. And great thing about all these authors is they just go for it. They just do it. They just because they love to do it. Whether they have good days, bad days, like it or not, they just do it. They just go for it. And in the end, the journey's fun. You look back and you're like, wow, I did that. But anyway, that's my tier ranking for this. Hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of goofy, but other than that, till next video. See ya.